Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I was speaking to someone today about Hailey, Naomi, Talia, Howard, and they're saying that she was missing or away from home since last year. And it has been reported to the Barbados Police Service because, as you can see, this is a missing notice out of Barbados. But she's not really missing. Although they say she has been gone since last year and nothing has been done, she has not returned home. She's not really missing because she's seen on Instagram and she is posting on WhatsApp and she is having a good time. She's telling people she's 18 years old. The people that contacted me today, they say that she lacked nothing. She got everything she needed from her family. And I asked, was she abused when she was a child? Did something happen? Did you leave her with the wrong person? And they said no. There was never a complaint of anything like that. She's 14 years old. 14, and she is forming some gangs of bangs, some sort of club that she's a part of, where she's telling people she's 18 to be part of that particular club, and she's getting paid to do things, and they just want her home, her family. They want her to come back home. And I wanted to ask, I didn't, but I wanted to ask, I wanted to type it in because it was a WhatsApp chat, and I wanted to say, well, why don't you let it play out? You know she's alive. You know you did your best with her. You know that she wants to be in that kind of lifestyle. And I don't know how much money she's being paid. And you know that when she shows back up, she's going to have she's going to have a big stomach. You already know how these things play out. And she's not going to know who the daddy is. You know what happens in these kind of clubs. But I wanted to say, why don't you just let it play out? Why do you want it back in the news? And they're saying, tell her to come home. When they're saying she wants her own way, tell her to call the police. Tell her to make a call. When they're saying she's own wish, and although she's 14, she wants to be like a woman. And for me, in my mind, I think I have a block somewhere in my mind, because let's say I had a child that went rogue like Hailey. I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe it wouldn't be the case, but sometimes I think that I would disown that child. There's something about me that I turn away from things. I can't get really deep into things. If things go bad, I'm the first to look for the doors. I look for a window, whatever. But I'm out of there. I'm out of there. So it's being impressed on me, listening to Barbadian people talk, that there's something else going on within the domain there in Barbados that makes you behave the way you do. And maybe there's something in where I am that makes me behave the way I do. And then you have to sometimes you have to come together, you bring your experience and I bring my experience, and you can throw them in the hat and try to figure out what's the best way. What is the best way when you have a child that has gone rogue? What is the best way? So you just say, hey, when your master told you, if you go somewhere and you say something, you give the message and they don't accept you, just dust your hands and dust your feet off and move on. Should you do that? Is Hailey in that domain? Did she come for that experience? Did she come to have the experience she's having? Is that her quote unquote free will? But then there are laws that she's underage and she is a child. But if she's telling people that she's 18. They're not going to check. They're not going to say, well, show me your ID, show me your government ID. If she says she's 18, they take her for that, especially, you know, if they're going to, you know, do whatever they want with her. You know, it doesn't, I don't know what to say, but what I want to say is Hailey Naomi Talia Howard, she is still missing. Her family, they know that she's alive and well, you know, as well can be, because she's posting on Instagram and she's posting on WhatsApp, and she's with a friend named Hailey. Oh, she's not with a friend named Hailey. I wrote down the wrong name. I'll try to find the name, but she's with girls. She's with some girls, and they want her home. They want her home. And like I said, sometimes I give my own opinion about things, and maybe you should accept your kids back home. Maybe you should, but maybe you should, especially at 14. Yeah, and I'm sure that there are government agencies that can take over where, you know, if the parent cannot handle such a situation, there are agencies that she can be housed in. But it's a tough sell for me. It's a tough sell for me because you can't change that mind. That's how I see it. She has to grow into wanting to change. She has to, maybe when she reaches 30 or whatever, she'll realize that, hey, maybe I grew up too quickly. Maybe she won't. It's a tough sell. But her family wants her back home. They want her back home. They want her to call the police. She's not. They want her to come back. She's not, because they did say that they see her on Instagram. They see what she's posting on WhatsApp. They see it. So they know that she's in her element. And I want to say that even in love, I don't really believe in love. I don't believe in love. I don't believe that, you know, we know here in this domain. I don't believe that we know how to love. It's just something you say. But if you want her to experience what she may have come to experience, maybe you should just wish her well. I mean, seriously, wish her well, and you can hope and pray. I don't believe in that either, but you can hope and pray that she survives it, and, you know, a baby or two may come out of it. You'll become a grandmother, you know, to a child that you may not know who the father is, and, you know, it's something you're going to have to accept. Okay, it's just something you're going to have. It's acceptance at this point. For me, it will be acceptance. Well, not for me, for the family. I would turn my back. I'm a turn my backer. I would turn my back on something like that. I will not accept that. You cannot come to me and say, well, this happened and blah blah blah. You know, that's a big no. Take the big N from me. It's a big no from my sense of, you know, for me and my personality or whatever. You know, like you throw money into raising a child, and you, all the kisses and all the hugs and all the talk and all the whatever, and then they go rogue on you. It's like, for me, that would be a personal attack on me. Okay, that's something personal. They're like, you know, you did this for me, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show my dad, and you know, it's a personal attack, and I would turn my back on that child. But in Barbados, Hailey Naomi Talia Howard, her family want her back. They want her to call the police. They want her to call home. They want her to come back home. They want her to stop what she's doing in that gang of bangs and that kind of stuff. Whatever she's doing, they want her to stop that and come back home. Hailey Naomi Talia Howard, you have a family they're missing you. You are lucky to have someone or a set of people who will still want to embrace you and take you back into their home and, you know, show you whatever feelings they have, you know, however they show it, they want you back. Okay? Hailey, Naomi, Talia, Howard, be happy that I'm not your mom and that your mom, whoever is your mom, because, and your family, whoever your family is, they're your family, because I would turn my back on you. I'm straight up. Call home, Hailey. Call home. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.